So here are the parts which I've used to build this PC. So first of all, I have used Sharkoon Z1000 case, SSB 450M A2 motherboard. I have used Ryzen 5600G processor, Crucial BX500 SSD. I have added 2 sticks of DDR4 CL16 3200 RAM from Silicon Power, and lastly the power supply Master 550 watt bronze rated power supply. There are some optional parts I have used. This is mini addressable RGB LED controller from Master. This comes with a reset switch option. I have connected the reset switch of the PC case here. Here is the Master CF120 ARGB case fan, the top fan. I have used this aerosol paint to paint the CPU cooler, the side mesh, the top mesh and the front mesh. All the product links will be in the description. These are the white vinyl stickers. I have applied those here, these 3 lines. And this is a Wi-Fi adapter. This motherboard doesn't come with Wi-Fi, so I have added a PCI adapter. So here we have Sharkoon Z1000. I ordered this from Amazon. It cost me around 6,400 Indian rupees. This comes with 4 PWM fans pre-installed. I have painted the front mesh. Here is the user manual you get, and some stickers. It comes with a 4-pin PWM fan splitter, some spare leg pads, I have removed this mesh and painted it, so let's keep it aside. There are 4 PWM fans pre-installed with it. 3 of those is 120mm, 1 is 80mm. So we will reassemble those fans, and here we get some screws. Here are the case cables. There are 2 SSD mounting brackets. You can also mount one 120mm fan here. If you don't want that, you can mount a 2.5 inch hard disk drive also here. You can also mount a 3.5 inch hard disk drive here. You have to remove this 120mm fan. You have to shift it here. 80mm PWM fan. You can shift it to the top. You can also remove this 80mm fan and add a display panel here. On the top you get 2 USB 3.0, a power button, a reset switch, and a headphone jack and a mic jack. Total number of fans that can be installed is 2. Here are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 80mm fans and 5 120mm fans can be installed. You can use a AIO cooler, but the thickness of the AIO cooler should be 50mm. We'll remove these mounting brackets. We'll remove these fan positions. We'll change according to our need. Here are some custom made dust filters for this case. I also painted this white. I have applied the sticker, that magnetic sticker. Used this type of 120mm mesh and painted it outside. So let's deassemble this case. The screws are a little bit tight, so have patience. So here are the screws. One trick, let me show you. Here the screws are, look at, these screws are little bit bigger. This comes only 4 screws like this. In the bottom pan these screws come. So let me show you how to use those. There are only 4 screws that come with this fan, so we'll add 2 of those here and 2 of those here, so that a fan can be mounted here. We remove these 2 screws and add this to another fan. I made this dust filter so that I can put it like this. Let's mount this Cooler Master CF120 RGB fan. So fan installation is done. These are exhaust fans, these are intake fans. Let's remove these 2.5-inch brackets. You can also mount this vertically, no issues with that. It is perfectly aligning. You can mount it like this or like this, but only one SSD can be mounted like this. We will mount the SSD here. Let me show you how to remove the front panel. There are 10 screws. You have to remove this plastic, remove this dust filter and painted this dust filter. This is the finished look. There is no blockage here. Air will pass sufficiently, no problem with that. Align it like this. It perfectly fits, no issues with that. Before adding the PSU, you have to plug this into the PSU, then you install it. Switch it on, just slide it. Let me bring the screws. So we have installed the power supply, the fans. I have used some insulation tapes. I have mounted the SSD here. If you want to mount a 120mm fan, you have to remove the SSD and mount it here. You can mount it also vertically, here, here. So there are a lot of options. You can choose whatever you want. On both sides of the scale, I have cut these vinyl stripes. The edges of the scale is the width of the vinyl stripe. Front panel connectors, USB 3, fan headers, SD audio connector. Before putting RAM, please check that it is aligned or not. It will take some pressure, but make sure it is aligned. This motherboard has white pattern, so I will paint it to white. Generally the AMD logo is on this side, but I have rotated by unscrewing the fan from heatsink so that AMD logo will be on top. I have rotated the logo. Before assembling the PC, you have to bench test your PC so that everything works fine or not. 24-pin motherboard cable should be plugged into here. This is your 8-pin CPU cable. Here is the hinge, so you have to put it like this. You can use jumper cables. After you power on the power supply, you have to shut it for 2-3 seconds. Your PC will run fine, no problem with that, because this processor has graphics inside. If your processor doesn't have graphics, you have to add a graphics card here. And please remember to take the display output from your graphics card. That's how you bench test your PC. The IO shield is a bit tricky here. You have to put the shield in a proper way so that it will fit, otherwise it will fall down. This is USB 3.0 cable. Here is the hinge. Hinge should be aligned with the hinge. So here is the SD audio. This will go only one way. From the SATA power cable, I have connected the cooler master RGB controller. Another SATA port is connected to this crucial SSD, and the SATA port is connected to motherboard. This is a Y splitter, fan splitter. I have connected all those fans through here. Let's install the Wi-Fi adapter. Do this. Let's boot it up. Yeah, it's working fine. Reset switch also working fine. So here is the build complete. Removing the wrap. As you can see, there is a second layer of protection here. I removed both of the straps, the inside and the outside, and the build looks clean. I have already shown you that it works.